प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की श्री प्रभुपाद की प्रभुपाद अनुगा की समवेत भक्त वृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to some devotees, all glories to some devotees, all glories to some devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Guru, all glories to Shri Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading today from Bhagavad Gita as this chapter 9, text 4. मया ततन्निदं सर्वं जगदव्यक्तमूर्तिना मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न चाहं तेष्वस्थितः. Please repeat. मया ततम् इदं सर्वं जगत् अव्यक्तमूर्तिना मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न चाहं तेषु अवस्थितः. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Please repeat. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not perceivable through the gross material senses. It is said, Ata Sri Krishna Namadhi na bhavet grahyam indriyai sevanukehi jihvado swayam eva spuratyadaha. Lord Sri Krishna's name, fame, pastimes, etc. cannot be understood by material senses. Only to one who is engaged in pure devotional service and the proper guidance is he revealed. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated, Prema Anjana Churida Bhakti Vilochanena Santah Sadaiva Hritayeshu Vilokayanti. One can see the Supreme Personality of God, Govinda, always within himself and outside himself. One has developed a transcendental loving attitude towards him. As for people in general, he is not visible. Here it is said that although he is all-pervading, everywhere present, he is not conceivable by the material senses. This is indicated here by the word Avyakta Murtina. But actually, although we cannot see him, everything is resting in him. As we have discussed in the 7th chapter, the entire material cosmic manifestation is only a combination of his two different energies, the superior spiritual energy and the inferior material energy. Just as the sunshine is spread all over the universe, the energy of the Lord is spread all over the creation, everything is resting in that energy. Yet one should not conclude that because he is spread all over, he has lost his personal existence. To refute such an argument, the Lord says, I am everywhere, everything is in me, but still I am aloof. For example, a king heads a government which is not the manifestation of the king's energy. The different governmental departments are nothing but the energies of the king, and each department is resting on the king's power. But still, one cannot expect the king to be present in every department personally. That is a crude example. Similarly, all the manifestations that we see and everything that exists, both in this material world and in the spiritual world, are resting on the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The creation takes place by the diffusion of these different energies. And as stated in Bhagavad Gita, Vishpatyaham idam Krishnam is everywhere present by his personal representation, the diffusion of his different energies. Om Tat Sat. Om Jnana Dividendasya Jnanam Janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Yutam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyatani Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you to this Sunday evening gathering at the lotus feet of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadramani and Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for taking your time and coming here and being present. This evening we are briefly discussing this very often misunderstood concept of God, where Krishna is explained, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. I am situated everywhere by my unmanifested form. In other words, you can say, by his non-personal form, through his energies. Although I am present everywhere, everything is not God. Although I am present everywhere, everything is not God. Means everything is not personally God. But I am present everywhere. How is that possible? I can be present by my powerful energies. My presence can be felt by my energy. I don't have to personally be there. If necessary, I do come there also. But it's not necessary. It's manageable by my energy, by my impersonal presence, you can say. So, the mistake that everybody makes is God is everywhere, God is everything. Both are wrong. Second one is wrong. God is present everywhere. I find his presence may not be personally present. Prabhupada has given an example here that our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, his presence is felt all over the country and in his governance and in his ruling. Everybody has praise and they may feel the effect of a governance. But he doesn't have to be personally present. We are also personally present in many places when it is needed. And sometimes we leave instructions, we leave a system in place. And we can have representatives there. We can actually control those places by our energies. So it's possible. When we say energy, I may have influence, I may have power, I may have political power, I have money power, and because of these things, I can actually manage something somewhere where I'm not personally present. My presence is felt. Even in the material world, we know that this is true. So, Krishna is saying here, things that people make mistake about is, everything is God, I am God, you are God, everybody is God, everything is God. This is wrong, according to Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is present everywhere by his energies, and he has a personal presence also. These are two different things. And the personality of Krishna also should be highlighted. God is a person. God is not just a concept. God is not simply some energy. God is not only some philosophy. God is not just a historical figure. All this is not true. But this is what is made as a narrative, as a story, and told to people. Actually, it is true, God is a person just like you are a person. You are true. You exist as a person. And you can see your influence. You can see your relationship with people function. In this way, you are a person and you have a personal experience. In this way, Krishna, God, also is a person. And he has a personal experience. And only the difference is that he is a very supremely powerful person. We are minuscule persons. So there's a big difference between my energy and what Krishna has as his energy. So here Krishna is saying, I am present everywhere. So Krishna has two types of presentations. One is as Brahman and other one is as Paramatma. As Brahman, Maya Tata Nidam Sarvam Jagadadyakta Murtina. Like they say, Sarvam Kal Idam Brahman. Everything is a representation and manifestation of Brahman. Then there the Lord is also personally present with every living entity, Atma, as Paramatma in the heart. Whether it is a small mosquito, or is a big elephant, or is a normal human being, or is a devata, the Lord is present along with him, wherever he is present, as a guiding force. So in this way, if you see, the Lord is spread everywhere as Paramatma and as Brahman. So this energy of the Lord, this Brahman energy of the Lord, that is directly connected with the Lord. This is not ordinary material energy alone, which is also energy of the Lord. There is also a spiritual energy of the Lord, and we are also falling in the category of the energy of the Lord. The Lord and His energies means the energies also include you and me, all the different Vibhina Amshas, the Atmas. That is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Maya Tata Nidam Sarvam. I'm sorry. What is that shloka that says? Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti. Aparai Vatastvanya Prakriti Vidyane Param Jiva Bhutam Mahabaho Yeyedan Aryate Jagat. Then Krishna is saying, Prakriti, even the spirit soul is also in the category of Prakriti. Only that is superior Prakriti, superior energy, and this material energy is inferior. Two types of energy. So we also fall in the category of energy. So therefore, don't think energy means simply some electrical force, electromagnetic force, magnetic force alone. Because also the energy has various categories. If we are persons and we are also falling in the category of energy, then you can understand Parashaya Shakti Vivi Daiva Shunyate. The Lord has got many varieties of energies. Varieties of energies. So the living entity, the soul is called Para Prakriti, superior energy. And Jada, this material world of matter, is called his inferior energy. So in this way, the Lord is spread everywhere. You can't avoid him anywhere. You can't avoid him anywhere. This is a science. This is the way it is created, this is the way it is constructed, this is the way it functions. Bhagavad Gita tells us all the science of it. So here sometimes people wonder, this is a different type of science. I am there, but I am not there. Matstani sarvabhutani na jaham teshu vasthita. Everything is in me, but I am not inside everything. This is very difficult to understand. What type of physics is this? This is very high level physics. Krishna is explaining. This is actually physics is explaining. This is science. I am, everything is resting in me, but I am not inside everything. But in another place he's saying, I am inside every living being's heart as Paramatma. In another place also he says, I am as Paramatma even inside the Anu. Why this distinction is mentioned is, everything does not become the Lord personally. But the energy, as energy is present everywhere. That distinction should be understood. Right? Sometimes people say everything is Brahman, everything is one. And they say eating mud or eating food is also the same. Samadoshprashma kanchana. That is, gold is the same and ordinary mud or dirt is the same. I have only so much value for it. Well, in practical life, in daily life, if a highly realized person can know that everything is just a combination and a variation and a transformation of matter. So really speaking, everything is matter, taking different shapes and sizes and forms. Some are more valuable to some people, some are less valuable to some people. This is what we place value on. But mostly people are not so highly realized. They're not so Brahman realized. So we have to make distinctions in life. In practical living, because of the reason being that we are not highly elevated in our understanding practically of this philosophy, we need to have a code of following, the way to do things in this world. Unless and until you have realized that, you don't live like that. You don't live like that. It's dangerously wrong. It's difficult for people in this world. So, practical living for everybody, for the common man, is not exactly like this. But this is the proper understanding and this is the truth. But since we are in an illusory world and we are struck by illusion, our way of living in our reality is a little different based on our own realization. This is what stops us from coming to this type of reality, because we are not yet advanced to that level. But the truth, Krishna is speaking. This is the truth. This is how it is, but because of your illusion, you will see it differently. And because you see it differently, there are rules and laws for such people who see it differently in this world. You should conduct yourself according to that. Till you come to this point of understanding, it is illusion, and you can see it as Sarvam Kalpitam Brahman. There is no difference. There is no difference. So, when Lord Chaitanya was a baby boy, his name was Nimai. And Nimai was extremely intelligent. And he would learn everything very fast. And he would pose questions, pose arguments, defeat people in an argument, and do all that in school. And he was also very mischievous, otherwise. So since lots of things were being spoken about Nimai and about his mischief and about things, complaints came to his father, Jagannath Mishra. So father decided that my son has to go to school for the sake of improving himself. He should become a gentleman. He should become a good human being. But I see that there's complaints coming about him that he did this, he went underwater and pulled some Brahmana's leg and he screaming went inside. He came to another place and then the ladies were doing prayers. He went and took a mouthful of water and spit and all that and said everything is contaminated, now you have to do it again. Then he went and told the little elderly girls who were praying for a good husband, saying that I will curse you to get a very old man as your husband. That is all he did, all sorts of mischief. After school, extracurricular activities of Nimai was like this. He was jumping, he was seen playing with the students. He was very good in school also. Normally people who are very good in school will not do these type of things. But he was good at both mischief and his studies. So he was quite a problem. So his father decided, I'm not going to send him to school anymore, because I want my son to be a gentleman. Now, Jagannath Mishra was really interested in genuine education. He knew what is good education. And he knew what was happening to his son, so he took a decision. Nowadays we will tell them, whatever happens, you go to school. I don't care if you become anything. You must go to school because people will think bad about me. That your son is at home. That is worse. You go to hell, I don't care, but you must go to school. I don't mind paying anything. So people force education on their children. They don't know what is the education going on. They don't care about it much. Some people care about it a little bit and they can't do anything about it. So that's a big story. But Nimai was very interested in going to school, being with his friends and doing a lot of amazing activities every day. No, that was not possible. He had to be inside his house. And he was a very active person. can you keep him inside the four walls? So he said, no, I will do something so that in such a way they will send me back to school. So he planned that. So he was helping his mother every day, talking to his mother very affectionately, very nicely. He was a very intelligent person. So one day, you know, in the houses they put in the mud pots, in Brahmin's houses. Only once they will use it, then they will throw it. Because mud pots, plenty you can make. Only one time use, very high class actually. Mud pots, only one time use. If you go to Jagannath Puri, you see the Lord is given offerings in mud pots. Only one use. After that, they throw it. Break it, throw it. So in the back of every Brahmin's house, you see a big hill full of broken mud pots. Every day they come and throw it. Big. And it is full of all old food and this thing and that thing and everything. It's a muchi place. It's like an unclean place. Nimai went and sat on top of that hill. And he was waiting. Everybody saw him. All the housemates saw him and all the neighbors and Juju, Nimai, he's going and sitting on that dirty garbage. They say, oh gosh. They went and complained to his mother. Father was out. So mother came and stood there and said, Nimai, what are you doing? Why are you sitting on this dirty rubbish garbage? So Nimai turned around and said, no, I have learned that there is no difference between garbage and clean things. There is no difference between this, that, everything is Brahman. Everything is Brahman. That is mentioned in the scripture. So mother argued with him philosophically. He told him, I know that Nimai very well, I have also studied that, but you cannot in practical life apply that like this. This is not the way to apply it. Right? So in practical life, when we do certain things, there is good, there is bad, there is dirty, there is this thing. You have to follow those things. Otherwise, he argued with him, to and fro, to and fro. But while arguing, she knew this person should not be sitting here in the house. She came to know. Then Nimai came and said, see, all these things they were teaching me in school, now I'm making mistake, I'm sitting on the thing because I'm not having education. That's why I'm doing these things. So he sent a message to his mother. His mother understood what this boy is studying. Went and told her husband, see, I have a mistake he has done. You can't imprison him inside the house. If you put him here, he'll start doing things like this every day. And every day I have to sit and correct him. This is even worse for me. Better send him. He may do a little mischief here and there. But Nimai is very intelligent. He was arguing with me very nicely, in a very educated, learned way. And I like that he knows these things. But he's purposely applying it wrongly for us to see. Send him back to school. Father sent him back to school. No, dear boy, you go to school. But Nimai did this. The wrong philosophy he applied and he did it. In this world, because we do not understand matter properly, we don't understand spirit at all because we never spoken about it. Nobody teaches us anything. We don't understand matter and spirit and God. You can understand what exactly is happening, how everything is situated, how they are interconnected, and what is the truth and the reality, and why what I am seeing, feeling, thinking is actually illusion. All these things will be understood only if you get educated properly. Krishna calls his education Rajya Vidya Rajya Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam. This is king of knowledge, king of secrets, holiest and most pure. Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmyam Susukam Kartum Adhyayam. You will actually be able to see the truth by your experience. Pratyaksha. And by doing that, Susukham, you become very, very happy. Very, very happy. So when you get true knowledge and you understand the reality, you will become happy. In the material world, we are getting education. We go to schools, colleges. But after that knowledge comes inside our head, we become actually unhappy. Because we think whether we are going to get a job or not, and nobody recognizes me. It is not that the knowledge is producing a happiness, a realization, and a confidence of its own. It's not happening. But this knowledge is such that from inside you, you will feel very confident and very happy because you are in touch with the reality. You know this is as it is. This is the great thing about this knowledge. So when Krishna says, Matsani Sakabhutani Nachaham Teshavasita, what we have learned according to our school and college education seems opposite to what Krishna is saying. How can Krishna be, in other places, Pashyame Yogamaishwaryam, he explains. That everything is in me, but I am not in them. It's a different type of mathematics. But it is possible. It is possible. If we understand distinction between the person, Krishna, and his energies, how they are applied in this world, how they function. In this way, so much of important information is given in the Bhagavad Gita. And the people of the world can take great benefit from this information. Because it is true. It is correct. And why it is true and why it is correct? Because the person who made it, who created it, is also talking. He's the one who is talking. This is how it is constructed and made, and this is the purpose of it. So when we understand through the words of the Supreme Law, we don't have to confirm it with anybody else, we don't have to verify it with anybody else, we can simply accept it as it is. We don't need external proof to prove it. Like I don't need proof to show everybody that so and so is my father. I don't have to prove to anybody. I don't bother also if somebody asks me, can you prove that so and so person is your father? To whom I should prove? Why should I prove to you? I know. I know. In the same way, when a person reads Bhagavad Gita and comes to know by the blessing of the Lord, he is fixed in the truth. He doesn't need to prove to anybody, and if somebody else doesn't have faith, it doesn't matter to him. He continues to have faith in the Supreme Father Krishna. Just like he has, Mr. Rajagopal is your father? Yes. Can you prove it to me? What do you mean, can you prove it to me? What do you mean you can prove it to me? I should produce some document? Even the document can be forged. What else can I prove to you? How else can I prove to you that so and so is my father? So and so is my father? The proof is resting inside my own understanding and faith. I don't need to prove. Of course, nowadays, there are all sorts of things. So and so is my biological father, and so is my foster father, so is my adopted father, so there are so many fathers. Previously, they were orphans. Now I have biological father who is not really available with me. He is biological father for many people who are staying with somebody else. And somebody else is the mother of somebody. Oh, she is my surrogate mother. She is my surrogate. So now there are varieties of possessions and relationships nowadays in Kali. But I am not taking that into consideration. In simple, pure logic, you know, I don't have to prove my relationship with my father and mother to anybody. Nor do I have to prove it to myself. It's naturally occurring. It's naturally occurring. Same way we all have a very natural relationship with God, with Krishna. It has been broken by our own desire, by our own choice. And it can be revived. It's only temporarily broken. And it can be revived. That is why Krishna is taking the pain to come and speak Bhagavad Gita to us, so that we will understand. We will revive our relationship with our Supreme Father Krishna, which is the most natural thing. And when we do that, we become very satisfied. Yayatma suprasiddhati. The Atma becomes very happy, full of satisfaction, and solidly placed in reality. No more anxiety about anything. That is real liberation. That is real happiness. Krishna is inviting us to experience that by explaining all these amazing information. So beautiful Bhagavad Gita is. Every shloka you take and read, you learn so much. You learn so much. Nobody can teach you as much as Krishna can teach you. And if you have a pure representative, like Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, not the fashionable representatives nowadays, who don't know anything but show that they know everything. You have to be very careful with these dangerous people. I told you long back also there's an old Arabic saying that one who knows not and knows not that he knows not, who can teach you? Okay? One who knows but does not know that he knows is a simple girl. You can awaken him. One who knows not but thinks that he knows, he is a dangerous soul. He is a dangerous soul. You should keep away from him. Very, very wise saying. Classification of different people. One who knows and knows that he knows, follow him. It says. One who knows and knows that he knows, follow him. So if you look at this combination, you see all sorts of people. One who knows not and thinks that he knows. Many people are there. One who knows not but poses like he knows and cheats people. Lots of fellows like that. One who knows not and doesn't care that he does not know. Many people are like that. There are permutations and combinations of this. But one person you should be very careful of is a person who does not know but poses like he knows. He's a cheater. You should keep away from him. If you look at the life of Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, very humble person. He knows. Very humble, he knows. If you ask him, he will tell you. And he will tell you very firmly, very determinedly, very confidently. And he'll answer any question. Any question he can answer. Why? Because he knows the Bhagavad Gita fully. This is the meaning of confidence, this is the meaning of knowledge, this is the meaning of a person who really knows. In Greek philosophy, you see the story. Socrates, very famous philosopher, and man in search of the truth genuinely. Prabhupada had somebody very strong, an honest knowledge seeker. So Socrates had a lot of students under him because he was talking to them and questioning them and teaching them, and he was along with them, moving, discovering. And they were all very happy with him because they were learning so much. So in their practice there was something called an oracle. You can go there and ask the oracle questions. The oracle is like some divine, representation. And the oracle will tell you, like some Jyotishan, like some divine person. So they went in and asked the oracle, who is the person who knows? And the oracle said, Socrates knows. He knows the truth. So all the students became very thrilled and told, Socrates, dear Guruji, you know. He immediately said, no, I don't know. I need to know. He immediately said, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to know. I'm trying to know. This is the real quality of a person. He never goes around saying, I know. He humbly presents it. Like Krishna presents in Bhagavad Gita, Rishibir Bahuda Gitam Chandho Vividai Pratak. Brahmasutrapadaischaiva hetumaktirvinischitai. Krishna is saying, great rishis and sages have told this. So we must also go by it. He is taking the reference of rishis and sages. Humbly they present. This is what is the understanding I have. It may be right, it may not be right. A genuine person who knows will always present humbly with that. As it is, this is what I have heard. And this is what I have experienced. Therefore I believe like this. I may be wrong also. Sometimes people who are not confident, they will talk like that. So when somebody says humbly, I may not know, I may not be correct, but I have strong faith that this is how it is. That's how humbly will present it. This is humility. So Socrates is known to be a person who is humbly presenting is the truth in his understanding. I know. You know, some of the politicians when they speak, they know the whole world. They know everything under the sun. They know everything. So proud. They don't factor God or anybody inside. I know. So you can very clearly understand this person is not very advanced in his knowledge. A learned man will know, you think you know, but you don't know. They will not talk to you. Very educated people, learned people don't spend time talking to these type of people who think that they know. There is a saying in English, eagles don't fight with the crows. You know why? When the crows attack the eagle simply flies higher. Crow cannot fly so high. Crow has got its level of height. So when the eagle is attacked in that level, eagle simply goes up. And the crow cannot go. It just remains there. So people who know really don't bother even to talk to these people who don't know. Because they're not going to listen. And they attack people who know. And call them names, change their story, and put the blame and do all that. So people who know simply turn their face away. Because I know that what I know is correct. Evam parampara praptam imam rajasya viduhu. This knowledge is coming in the parampara, spoken by Krishna. And I have experienced it in my life, I have practiced it in my life, and I know it is the truth. And if you may not believe in it, it won't change my conviction. Because I have practical realization of it. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada was such a person. He definitely knew all these things in practice. We should follow such people. Our life will be successful. Our Gita reading will be successful, our spiritual life will be successful, our material life will be successful. Totally will be successful. Very important for us. Because when we see statements like this in Bhagavad Gita, it is not so easy sometimes for us to understand. Right? So we follow Guru. A proper bona fide Guru. And by following the instructions of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is a very, very great Acharya, having brought this truth to everybody all over the world and spread Krishna's message in all the countries in the world, published the Bhagavad Gita in 87 languages today. And it's growing and growing and growing. Good understanding of what is religion, good understanding of who is God, proper understanding of who are you, all these things are very nicely combined with this. So I request all of you to take this seriously, read Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, and we are very happy to help you to understand. We have courses, we have classes, we have many other interactions that you can take advantage of. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. Anybody have any questions? Any doubts? Yes, Maharaj. especially thank this for the strong minutes. For example, to discourse on Gita about the reason for Krishna.
Hare Krishna, we take this opportune moment and extend a very, very warm welcome to all the congregation members, devotees. Please be seated. Donors, dharmadikaris, and visitors, guests who have come for the Sunday feast program. ISKCON Coimbatore organizes the Sunday feast program every Sunday. Program starts with Kirtan Bhajan, and we have a wonderful Aarti for their Lordship Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi, and a special discourse given by His Holiness Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj, and to end with grand prasadam feast. To make the announcement, may I call upon His Grace Rasika Gaurav Prabhu about today's sponsorship.
Hare Krishna. Every Sunday, ISKCON Coimbatore is organizing this program, Sunday program. We have Bhagavad Gita discourse preceded by Kirtan Bhajans, followed by Prasadam feast for everybody. So this Sunday's feast has been sponsored by Ram Prabhu and his good wife Shantala on the occasion of the wedding of Leela Mohan Lakshman Das and his good wife Antarangi Tulsi Devi Dasi. So today they are sponsoring the Prasadam feast, and we would like to specifically welcome Gopi Janavala Prabhu and his good wife Shama Gopika Devi Dasi from Mayapur for today's program.
Hare Krishna, we offer our sincere prayers to the Lordship Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai, Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Sundar, for the blessings on the newly wedded couple, Leela Mohan Lakshmana Prabhu and Antaranga Tulsi Devi Dasi. Let us all jointly offer our prayers by loudly chanting the holy name of the Lord. Please join with me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की, पठित पवन श्री प्रभुपाद की, श्री गुरुदेव की, गोत्रमणंदे. உங்கள் அனைவரின் மிக முக்கியமான கவனத்திற்கு மார்ச் மாதம் 7ஆம் தேதி மிக முக்கியமான நாள். பகவான் கிருஷ்ணர் இந்த கலியுகத்தில் சென்னவதாரம் கௌரவ மகாபிரபுவாக தோன்றிய திவ்ய உற்சவ வைபவ திருநாள். இந்த உற்சவ வைபவ திருநாள் மார்ச் 7ஆம் தேதி வருடம் வரவிருக்கின்றது. இது வைணவ மரபின்படி கௌடிய வைணவர்களுக்கு புத்தாண்டு. ஆகவே இந்த நாளில் பகவான் ஸ்ரீ நிதாய் கௌர் சுந்தருக்கு அபிஷேகத்திற்கு நன்கொடை அளிப்பது, பிரசாதத்திற்கான ஏற்பாடில் பங்கு கொள்வது, திருக்கோயில் அலங்காரத்திற்காக உங்களுடைய கைங்கரியத்தை செய்வது எண்ணிலடங்கா ஆன்மீக முன்னேற்றத்தை நமக்கும் நம்மளுடைய குடும்பத்தினருக்கும் நல்கும். ஆகவே தயவு செய்து தகவல் மையத்தில் கைங்கரிய சேவைகள் பற்றிய விவரங்களை கேட்டறிந்து தாராளமான உங்களுடைய நன்கொடைகளை கொடுக்கும்படி நாங்கள் உங்களை கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றோம். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. ஸ்ரீ ஸ்ரீ ஜெகநாத பலராம் சுபத்ரா தேவியாருடைய திருக்கோயில் முதன்முறையாக வந்துள்ள பக்தர்கள் யாராவது இருந்தால் நெய்செய்திக்கு முன்வருமாறு தாழ்மையை கேட்கிறோம். முதன்முறையாக நமது திருக்கோவிலுக்கு வந்துள்ள பக்தர்கள் யாராவது இங்கே வந்திருந்தால் தயவு செய்து இங்கே முன்வருமாறு கேட்கிறோம். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. கோகுல கிருஷ்ணன் என்ற பக்தர் சின்னியம்பாளையம் பகுதியிலிருந்து முதல் முறையாக திருக்கோயிலுக்கு வந்திருக்காங்க. சிவகுமார் அவினாசிங்கிற இடத்துல இருந்து வந்திருக்காங்க முதல் முறையாக. ஜெயஸ்ரீ சித்ரா பகுதியிலிருந்து வந்திருக்காங்க. சந்திரா மாதாஜி சென்னையிலிருந்து வந்திருக்காங்க. வேற யாராவது முதல் முறையாக திருக்கோயிலுக்கு வந்திருந்தா தயவு செய்து சொன்னாங்க. முதல் முறையாக நம் திருக்கோவிலுக்கு வந்துள்ள பக்தர்களுடைய ஆன்மீக வாழ்க்கை முன்னேற்றத்திற்காக நாம் ஒருமுறை இந்த ஹரே கிருஷ்ண மந்திரத்தை உற்சாகமாக ஜெபிப்போமாக. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா கிருஷ்ண கிருஷ்ணா ஹரே 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 ராம 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 ஹரே ஹரே. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. வாலண்டியர்ஸ் பிரசாதம் அடுத்தது நீங்க இந்த மேட்ல எடுக்கிறதுக்கு அளவுக்கு கொஞ்சம் கோஆபரேட் பண்ணுங்க. இந்த மேட் எடுத்தாதான் கொஞ்சம் பிரசாதம் பண்ண முடியும். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. நிவேதி செய்த மகாபிரசாதத்தையும் மகாபிரசாதம் அதுவே இந்த மந்திரத்தை திருப்பி என்ன சொல்லுங்கள். மகாபிரசாதி கோவிந்தே நமகாமான்யவாய்ச்சரே புண்ணியவதம் ராஜன் विश्वासैन जायते शरीरापेक्षया जडेन्द्रियतरेका जीवपेले विशितावरे धर्मस्य जीवसी लोभमाया सुधर्मति अखिलेका संसारे राधा कृष्ण गुणादा प्रेमिका को श्री चैतन्य जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. Please one more time. Uchang maga. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.